Right. Welcome to Let Us Stroll. I'm Easy. I'm the nigga next to me is called K-Track, aka Kenichi, the nigga with a Japanese name. Which nigga not got a Japanese name though? Kenichi.
Yeah, this is K-Track speaking. I'm with with my homeboy Izzy, and this is our first podcast. We've been trying to do this stuff for ages.
I know, bro. It's about time to get it sorted now.
Your homeboys are busy. You know how we do. We trust you.
Yeah, man. So this is Let Us Stroll.
Yeah,
trolling. You know that song? Rolling.
Yeah, I remember that.
We're trolling.
All right. The title of our podcast today is "Women Are More Superior Than Men," and I actually came up with that because I actually agree that women are more superior than men. Izzy, my homeboy right here, is like, nah. And he's got reasons why he thinks otherwise. So we're just going to discuss that right now.
Right. So be honest, so my own knowledge and my own experience and from my own, like, let's say perspective, yeah, I think women are definitely not superior than men, but they are more conniving and more like they are dodgy and just pure, plain evil creatures.
That's true.
It goes from the days of the Bible, man. Like, I'll give you an example. It's just so weird. I'm using the Bible like this, but it goes from day one. Let's say from year one of the Bible days. Like, let's say Eve, man. Eve, she knows, man. Like, she's like, as soon as she ate the apple, she realized, oh shit, dude, God told me not to eat this apple. I ate this fucking apple. I am naked. I am naked. And you know, they use that. And then when and Adam was like, oh my God. What the hell is this? What this woman do? But he didn't know, he doesn't even know that he knows she's naked, but he didn't realize that Eve is naked. But and he was like, oh shit, Adam, you can't look at me. I'm like, Adam was like, what the fuck is this bitch doing covering herself? And he's like, no, you can't look at me because I am naked and shit. And so she then gave Adam the apple because Adam is so dumb. Like, as soon as he ate the apple, he's so dumb, he ate this fucking apple. And he fucked everything up for us.
Oh no, what happened? I don't. Okay, but I couldn't.
It's the pussy because Adam is so dumb because he's like, oh my God, this girl is covering this pussy, you know, covering up the pussy for him. He doesn't want him to see, like, he doesn't want, you know, Adam to see anything because she's already, her eyes is already open to this world and shit. Yeah, that is what happened, man. So that's my own why I say women are fucking evil and conniving.
That's true. All right, this is I had to pause for a minute, and we're back for part 2. So my homeboy Izzy was saying he expressed his own views about why he thinks women aren't superior, or
evil. Women are just pure.
He gave his own reasons anyway.
All
right, okay. So I personally, hold on, let me think about this first. The reason I said that is because like I was talking to someone else one time when I was saying that, you know how when we were younger, back in the day, like say like 13, 12, when we started liking girls, you know, and how difficult it was for us to talk to girls. For that sort of situation, like that has lasted till even now. Some people learned how to talk to girls like along the way, but even at the age of 18, and even at like some adults, they're still scared to talk to girls. Now, if you think women are not superior, why is it that it's so hard for us to even speak to a girl? And then when you actually speak to the girl, right, and you actually go somewhere, like she gives you her number or something, in your mind you're like, like you've achieved something. You get what I mean? That's part of the reason. Hold on, I haven't finished. That's part of the reason. And one other thing as well. Women are they have this thing. They've got so much power, but it's like not most of them understand how much power they've got.
How?
Wait, hold on. Listen. This is the reason I'm saying this. Is because, right? See, okay, a pimp, for example.
Okay.
A pimp is surrounded by 5 girls. All right. All of a sudden, he's the man.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? People come and start shaking it. Wait, hold on. people will come over and start shaking him and start saying, "Oh, you're the man. How did you control all this?" Look,
he's the man because he's controlling the women.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
The women are making the money for it. He's the one in charge of. Yeah. He's the one controlling their pussy or their business and their mind, whatever they do it. He's the one in charge of it. That's why he's the pimp. He's like, you know, that's the thing about what you're saying about how the reason why we get so hard because we've been programmed here to make sure this is the thing here, guys. Yeah, whatever all what we do here is to get the girls, is to get the women.
Yeah,
we've been programmed that way from
day one.
Yeah. We have been programmed that way. That's why if a guy buys a car. What's that car for? It's not for him just to. It's to get a woman.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. But that's my point. But that's my
woman because women love nice shit.
My point.
You know,
that's my point.
Wait, no, listen. That doesn't make this smart.
No. Listen. No, I didn't say smarter.
You say smart.
No, superior.
Superior.
When I say superior, it doesn't mean
that doesn't mean they're superior because
listen. I haven't even finished. Let me finish. Okay, this is the reason, right? Think about it. Not many guys. The things that we do, we go out of our way to do so many things because of women. Imagine if this whole world didn't have a woman in it. Guys will be fucking
we'll be fucking slobs
and shit. No, we'll be fucking slobs and shit. We won't probably take care of ourselves properly. We won't fix up properly. You know, fix up, look sharp. You get what I mean? We won't do nothing. Look, women run when they say women right run this shit. You know, but when I say run this shit, I don't really mean directly run this shit. But the reason a lot of guys do things that we do, Napoleon, man, it's a historical thing. Napoleon was conquering all sorts of all places, and because he had this woman called, I can't remember her name, but this woman, he was trying to impress her, and every time when she spoke, he always listened to her. That was his weakest point.
But Napoleon just a short nigga, man. That guy he had that short man mentality, like he's always hungry because he's short. So maybe all the tall guys, they keep getting the girls ahead of him. That's why that one pisses him off as well. Napoleon is an angry man. He was an angry guy because he was short. He was a little midget. Yeah. That's why it's not like the girl he likes. Unfortunately, I bet the bitch broke his heart. And then I bet the bitch fucked another guy, right?
Possibly, I don't even know what happened with that story.
Women are just pure evil, though.
Yeah. But
I'll give you an example.
But wait, hold on. I still have to prove points, like why they're more superior. There's another thing as well. When guys, right, when we actually when we actually get a particular woman, like let's say this beautiful woman that we're trying to get or whatever, there's this feeling that we have. Like, have you got that feeling? Like, say for example, you're trying to get a chick, right? And you finally get her and you take her to the crib and everything. In your mind, you're thinking, am I actually going to hit this shit? Has that ever happened to you? Like, in your mind, you're like, hold on. This is really some stuff. No, but the thing is, these women are not really aware of how much. They don't know. So, it's because they've been programmed to think that guys are supposed to dominate them. Not all of them though. Some of them are thinking otherwise. But that is one thing. But there's that thing that is like guys can't really actually, like, don't you think sometimes when you're running with this chick and you're like, oh shit, this chick one day she's just going to wake up and be like, oh fuck, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean? And bounce. You know, so that's one thing. That's what. See, a lot of men see women as superior, but they won't. A lot of men.
I don't.
I did. I'm not saying. Well, I can't really explain because I had this thing in my mind and I thought about it, but right now maybe because this is our first podcast, I can't actually express it properly. But if some people,
I get your point of view, but
get what I'm trying to say. So
yeah, I get your point of view, but about that, yeah, because you say like when a guy, because the thing is, one thing women don't get is we have to trick them to get into bed with them. That's
there you go.
They think, you see, but that's the thing. Get tricked. You have to we have to trick them for them to like us.
Yeah.
That's one thing as well.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a guy with no good looks here, maybe you haven't got it. You have to, I'll be like, they will be like, hold on, I know my face ain't shit, but let me just talk to you for, let's say 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
Just give me 5 minutes for me to talk to you.
Yeah.
Then I bet you're gonna like me just a little bit. Then you go home and you be thinking about, you know what, that guy is a funny motherfucker though.
Yeah.
And then from there, you they want to give you a little bit of pussy. Where you're like, okay, that's why they say if you can make me laugh, you blah blah blah, all that bullshit. Yeah. That's bullshit though, because a nigga can make you laugh, but you're still gonna fuck his next man if he's got 6-pack, if he's got washed up abs, if he's got nice way. But that guy can make you laugh. But
let me say something else as well. The reason I say that is because recently, if you pay attention to, I think, historical times and even news, like the way some women try to protest, what they do is they get on a sort of sex strike from their men. For example, let's say they want something, on lockdown or some shit like that. You know that shit is worse than any sort of protest or any sort of riot. Like, imagine if all women, imagine in a community, all the women just say, you know what, fuck this shit. And just say we're not having sex from any of these dudes. That place is going to fucking break down.
Nah, because they're gonna be as frustrated as us as well. Because women like sex as much as guys like
sex. They're not doing it. Women like sex as much as us.
Yeah,
they don't hustle for it. They're not driven like us.
I don't even know, man. They do. The thing is, they're sneaking with this shit. They're sneaking with it. They might hold their pussy on handcuffs and they might hold their pussy on lockdown. But one thing is, when they get home, they pull out the vibrators, they pull out also, and that's what they do. But we guys, what do we have? Our left hand or our right hand, you pick a choice.
Exactly, which is not good enough. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Now there's different sex toys for men now, man. They're like making vaginas and then all this thing. But that's bullshit though. But it's that's what that's why I say. But that's just an evil act if they decide to do that. Yeah. That's why I say women are evil. I'll give you another example, man. This is another example. Women, why women are acting? Women are just freaking evil. This is it. Sometimes they might fuck with a guy that is married.
True.
Do you know why they fuck with a guy that is married?
Because they want something that they can't have. Or something like that. It's a normal thing. Like when you walk into the club,
especially if the guy is filthy fucking rich. Yeah, they might. That's when they know this guy is married, but he's still filthy rich. Okay. Right when they fuck this guy, do you know what they do? What their intention is to get pregnant by this guy. And to get bare child support from the guy. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, right? If a bitch fucks a guy that is married and then gets pregnant by the guy she should know she doesn't have the right to ask the guy for child support. She and that child should fucking perish. That is why I think they should both fucking perish because do you know what that child is? That's a side kid, man. That's a side baby.
Yeah, I know.
That's a side baby, man. Fuck you and your side baby. Both of you should die. That's what I think. Well, because that's just pure evilness. Like, do you know in America now, in some states in America, if you fuck a man that is married, and you get pregnant, and you experience some child support, that married man's wife has the right to take you to court and sue you. Do you know that?
I didn't even know that.
They do that now in America. In some states in America, they have the right to take you to court and sue you. Fantasia, man. Fantasia. They did that shit to her as well. They did that shit to her. She was following some next guy that is married, and the bitch took her to court, man.
But all this stuff,
women are evil though, right?
All this stuff with women,
we like guys like close their eyes and they don't want to see that shit. But I've noticed some shit, man. Like another why women are evil. They will claim rape, but they ain't. That's why video cameras and shit now, man.
Yeah, man.
That's why and those ones that do that shit are disgusting, fam. Anyone that does that.
I know. The whole thing with women rolling with guys in the first place, guys that are married, that thing has been going on for a while. But the way I see it, the reason why girls do it is not only the fact of, say, money. Man, you can find a broke dude. Well, in this society, where we're living right now, you can find a broke dude that has this good looking girl. And other girls will just go after the guy just because they want to prove a point. You understand what I'm saying? Like, haven't you noticed everything sometimes when you go to the club by yourself or with your dudes or something like chicks are not really stressing, but when you're surrounded by when you have a chick, a good looking chick, or no matter who she is, people don't know who she is. She could be your sister, she could be your cousin, any chick, a friend. Girls are going to start coming on to you because in their mind they're thinking, what is it in this guy that other girl? It's a subconscious thing. They don't really realize it, but they're thinking, what is it that this guy has that other girl likes? Like, what is it? I want to know. I want to have it. chicks want what other girls have, but they don't want the free homeboy. But they say, which is very funny because you find out some guys that say, okay, I have a girlfriend. And the girl is like, oh, you have a girlfriend? I can't mess around with you. But they end up, sometimes, even when the guy has said it, and then he's doing things, they're like, oh, but you've got a girlfriend. But it's that thing. It's like, she's got a girlfriend, but he's got a girlfriend because it's lockdown. So it's like somehow she's trying to have what somebody else doesn't have. I see it every time.
That's time. But that's what life is about, because we tend to want things we don't want, things we don't have.
Yeah.
That's why that song by Rolling Stone, you can't always get what you want. You may don't understand that shit.
So anyway, I think we've kind of gone off track here. But but I swear to God, right? I wish I could explain properly. Or I'm sure I'll probably go home and think about it and be like, oh shit, I should have said this. But really, I actually believe that women are more superior than men. But the thing is, they don't.
A lot of women is shit. There's a lot of Asian girls rolling in this Liverpool. I swear to God.
True.
So many Asian bitches out here, man. They be singing their pussies the shit, but bitch, you ain't shit, bitch. Oh my God.
Let me say something real quick. By the way, because this is going to go on YouTube, so you have all sorts of people listening to it. So, by the way, where we live is in Liverpool, right? Liverpool, the norm around here and I'd say the social culture around here is crazy. Not every girl is like that, but we've noticed a lot of girls, right? The pretty ones, they make themselves look pretty and look dumb as well. Because this was a girl that was actually telling me this thing. She said that a lot of girls actually believe that being dumb is a cute thing.
What?
And
What?
Yeah. And guys actually like it. And when you check it, when you check it out, right? I'm talking about Liverpool, like in the UK, right? When you actually look around, right, you find out a lot of guys are with the same girls that actually don't know anything. When you talk to them and try to speak, when you try to have like a decent intellectual conversation with them, you're wasting your time. You get what I mean? Yeah. So not all girls like that. The smart ones I've noticed, they you can tell the kind of dudes that they roll with. It's something else.
Yeah, but this is how I compare. Like I compare with like the girls in Liverpool is like. The more tan you have, the more dumb you are. That's how that's why I like white pale bitches, man. Like the more paler you are, be like, oh shit, this type of girl. Like, I love a girl that is not just all like throwing false tan, smelling of false tan.
Yeah, this is another point. This is another point we're trying to make. As me and Izzy, in case you guys can't tell, both of us are actually black dudes, right? Right? And a lot I've hung out with some girls.
You'll be kissing a guy in the club on false tan all over your face.
So my point is
makeup all over your face, man. That's when you go home and your girl will be like, what the fuck? You've been kissing some girl. I swear to God, I was in the club, and then I came out of the club, and my guys was like, yo, you've been snugging some girl over you, like, I was like, how do you know? I was like, oh shit. They're like, lad, you've got makeup all over your What
about, there's this thing, I can't remember, I think it was a friend of mine that was saying to me, but you see, I'm going to be honest, I've had one night stands, right? But I haven't had a one night stand with a chick that got false tan all over her body. But this homeboy was saying in the morning she just left stains all over his bed. You get what I mean? So so my point is, see, we're like minorities in Liverpool, right? And a lot of most of the girls here are mostly white chicks. So
I love me white chicks.
I personally,
I love the white. I love my white Nubian queens.
Right. I personally just like women. Period. I don't even know. I don't care where she's from. The thing is, a lot of the minorities here. It's hard to get with the minorities, including black chicks. It's very hard to get with them here because there are not so many of them. So most of the girls in here, the white ones that we see, and we end up hooking up with them, which I have no problem with.
I swear.
But the thing is, wait, hold on. My point. The thing is, a lot of girls, right? What they do. What they think, a lot of white girls, they think they need to go to the tanning salon and get a tan because they want to look presentable. Every time when I'm hanging with them, they say, oh, I don't like my color. I like your color. No. The problem, right, like, when you mentioned you like pale girls, that's what made me come up with this point. The thing is, I personally don't care about your skin, your complexion of your skin, the tone of your skin. As long as it just looks good, that's alright. You get what I mean? Like, you find girls with like good skin, but they're light, like pale. Like, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
you know,
that's the
you shouldn't be thinking, oh, my skin, I'm too. It's just, to me, it's a disease. Thinking that you always have to go to tanning salons and then risk yourself of getting skin cancer. You know, that shit is just messed up.
I think it's ironic though. Like, you know, they go into the tanning salon and get skin cancer because you want to make yourself look so brown, and then the next day you get cancer of the skin.
Exactly, it's messed up. It's messed up. Which brings me to another point, right? I know we're going off the we've been talking for a long time. I know I've gone off the point, but tanning saloons in Liverpool, I've seen black dudes. No, let me just say black dudes. Hold on, I haven't seen a black dude, but I've seen a mixed race dude, right, go to a tanning saloon. This was my homeboy, and I was asking, what the hell? Yeah. Seriously, I was like, dude, what are you doing? And then, while I was saying that, a girl walked out of the one of the tanning rooms right there, and this was a black girl that walked out of there.
What the fuck?
I don't know what's going on with you, I swear to God.
I know a black girl was having a tanning.
A black girl was having a tan.
Nah, maybe she was working there.
They're having a tan. I know someone else. I heard of somebody else that was having a tan. According to them, they say it makes their skin glow or some shit like that. It's bullshit, man. I swear to God, because even white dudes are thinking and looking at black people like, what the fuck? We're trying to get your skin to have your type of skin tone, and you're still going to tan. That shit is whack. That shit is.
She wants to be as dark as midnight, man.
Exactly. So anyway, I don't know. I hope you guys. I don't know if you have anything to say anymore.
Right. We haven't finished about this women. I'm not done yet, blood. I am not done about women like evil creatures. Listen, I'll give you another example, man.
Yeah.
Woman will fuck a nigga, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they've got a fella or something. They fuck some next man, then get pregnant by that guy, and then throw the baby like, yo, it's your baby. Maury Povich does this shit 24/7. That baby ain't mine, or what's it called? This baby, who's the father of the child? Listen, if I go to Maury Povich, man, I'm good. That's what Maury Povich, that TV show.
Oh.
Is it American TV show Maury Povich, man? They go, you're not the father. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I'm always happy when it turns out that when the woman goes, it's your baby, it's got your hair, it's got your eyes,
and then you find out it's not the kid. Yeah, I mean, it's not the
the fucked up bit I saw on Facebook the other day. Yeah, some white girl brought a black child home to, and he was telling the guy it's your baby. I was like, what? This kid is as black as 11:59 p.m. What are you talking about? It's your baby. Like, really though? That's what I mean. Yeah. And you know what? And the guy will believe it. Like, okay, this baby's man is going to look after this kid until all of a sudden, let's say, a blood test come through or shit. They found out. Do you know what? Do you know what that shit take? Do you know?
Yeah.
Days, man.
Yeah.
Like, it is just...
I know. Like Chris Rock said, he said women are the biggest liars. Men
tend to lie.
Men lie about small things. Yeah. Like, I was working late. A woman's lies, it's your baby.
Exactly. That's good. Exactly. Women are just pure evil creatures, man.
So, but anyway, I personally still believe that women are more superior. Now, I can't actually explain it more, but I don't know. I'll probably come up with points, but I have a feeling some people will hear this and be like, okay, I know what you're talking about. It's just that thrill of how men seem to have this power over women for some reason. Psychological power. I'm talking about psychological, like how we tend to control people. No. Men have this. Man, how you got. Man, when you get with the girl, you sleep with the girl, right? Even if it's not something serious. She tends to think about you more than you think about her.
Yeah, because we
exactly. But and then you're like, okay,
it depends.
Well,
it depends really. I don't know. Like I've seen some women like they'll fuck 3 niggas in that same day.
True.
How many of them are they thinking about that night? Then
all of them.
True. That happened. She be thinking about all the dicks she had in her mouth. Like, different dicks in her mouth. She be thinking about that. Nah, what I'm saying.
Alright, okay. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, I'm done.
I am. Okay.
But this is our first podcast, right? And there's going to be more coming. And we're going to have guests as well.
Yeah.
We're trying to get a girl to speak.
Yeah.
And
get
different people.
Perspective. Why I keep
different topics as well.
Exactly.
Different topics, true. And for the record, I just want to say though, I don't want anyone to take this as like a sort of like we're trying to demean women or anything. What we are just talking about is what we see everywhere. It's not because
and if you're mad, fuck you, man. If you're mad, take it how you like. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean. We're throwing out here.
Like I'll say to you, I've got 3 sisters. What's it called? There's a girl right here. There's a proper like one of the proper ones that were trying to get women to be like.
Exactly.
Instead, you know, you have all the ratchet chicks that are watching the whole fucking Nicki Minaj and fucking Iggy, and that ass video was just a waste of time. I swear to God. I saw that video. You know the video, the Iggy and Jennifer Lopez.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's a waste of time.
I don't want to watch
It's not. The video is not even nice.
I don't want to watch it.
It's not even nice. The video is just boring. I was just like,
I don't want to
what they try. We know they're trying to sell sex. Sex is it, but it wasn't. It didn't even look nice. And I think I don't even know if it's me, but Jennifer Lopez. I think her ass is strong. I swear to God.
Did she even had ass back then? She did it, bro. It was
just
J-Lo
was the shit.
No. She was the media just like, you know.
No.
For a Puerto Rican chick, like big ass. Nah, they were women with big asses. Like, okay, it was like, do you know the fucked up bit? It was like, it wasn't cool to have big ass until Jennifer Lopez had one. It wasn't cool for women to have big lips until Angelina Jolie had one. Like, what? Really? Seriously though? Really? Really? There were women with big asses that were like, you know what I mean?
I know. But yeah, basically, that's just what I'm trying to. That's the point I'm trying to put forward. So, I hope you enjoyed this week's podcast, and we'll come up with more stuff.
Yeah, fuck yous. Just hating. I don't give a fuck. Let us stroll.
Alright then.
Peace.